Okay, so um, I worked on it until 2 hours and 26 minutes had passed on OBS, and then stopped OBS because my computer wasn't even lagging, but I don't know, I kind of like taking, I still like taking the break anyways, and also I ate lunch. I just love stuff in my face. I had leftover pizza, a banana, wow, and then of course I had to go and stuff my face with 8 nutty bars, which come in packages of 2. So I had 4 packages. My gosh, that's a lot of food. I don't know why. Okay, it's because I'm fat. Okay. No, it's just I don't know. I was still hungry, and even though I was just okay. What? Okay, what? This is completely normal to eat 8 nutty bars. Well, like the thing is, we haven't really had that much dessert around here for like the past 2 weeks. Like that's the first time we literally had any dessert in this house for like. So I mean, can't really blame me for that. Because like the entire week that they were gone, the only dessert that we had was ice cream bars and they tasted kind of weird for some reason. I had 2 of them, and then I just stopped eating. And then they came back after a big week, and then there was still no dessert. They didn't buy any dessert at all when they got back, right? I can't remember them buying anything. So, like when they finally buy like nutty bars, and also they bought cookie dough, but I haven't made any cookies yet. But anyways, and guess what? They bought those nutty bars like 3 days ago. I didn't even eat any until just now because I was eating other food. Like, okay, what am I even talking about? So as I said, for exactly 2 hours and 26 minutes, I had OBS running, which means, but also I didn't really start until like 8, 9 minutes after the recording, because I've gotten in a habit of solving the cube until I start at the beginning of every OBS recording. But anyways, that means I did a total of 2 hours and 9 minutes of working on the corporate finance final exam. And guess how many questions I've answered so far? After 2 hours and 9 minutes, I've answered 10 out of 33. And yes, this is taking much longer because I don't have access to the other curriculum and I have to rely entirely upon the textbook. But anyways, what I did was read through every single conceptual question twice, and guess what? I wasn't able to answer any of them, so I read through them all twice, and then I read through chapter 10 in its entirety, but I kind of glossed over some of the parts where they were doing calculations. But mostly I read the whole chapter, and then I answered every conceptual question from chapter 10. That's right. I didn't even have a single question that I still didn't know the answer to. Well, actually, there was one question that I could not figure out, and I couldn't figure it out from reading the textbook. And I basically blamed the textbook for being terrible and just looked it up online and found the answer. Because I'm pretty sure you can't just deductively answer that question just based on reading the textbook. At least your reading of that particular chapter. I don't know why the heck that's a question. But anyways, yeah, I found the answer. But then I started reading through chapter 11. And I got through 11.1, 11.2, and 11.3, and there's a total of 11.10. So I guess I'm only like 3/10 of the way done reading through it, but maybe I won't have to read the last two sections, because I didn't have to read the last few sections of 10.8 or chapter 10. Oh, but anyways, so yeah, this seems to be a very reliable way of answering conceptual questions. So yeah, I should be able to finish that pretty easily, and then we're gonna have to go through the math questions. So I actually looked at all the questions, and I figured out that exactly 2/3 of the questions are conceptual questions. So 22 questions are conceptual questions, and then 11 questions are calculations questions. So anyways, stuffy. Oh gosh. Gosh dang. But yeah, it took me, how long? I think it took about an hour and a half to do the conceptual questions for chapter 10. So if I assume it takes another hour and a half to do the chapter 11 conceptual questions, that's 3 hours. And then how long will it take to do the calculations questions? I hope it takes only 1 hour and it's a total of 4. Well, actually, I hope that all of this takes like 2 seconds, but actually, of course, it's not going to take minutes. But realistically speaking, that's what I'm hoping. So, yeah, that's about it for this one. Gosh dang it. Yeah, that should be. I mean, I might have a chance to get 100% on this exam. I mean, if things are going as well as they've gone this whole time for this exam so far, I should be able to get 100%. But really, realistically, the worst. Okay, so I did the calculations and I determined that in order to have a meaningful impact on my grade, the minimum score I need to where basically it doesn't matter anymore, or so basically the maximum score on the test after which getting anything higher than that is completely irrelevant to my grade is 89.26%. So that's basically what I'm aiming for. As long as I get better than 89.26%, I'm good to go. So I should be able to do that pretty easily, right? Yeah, I got 96% on the last test. I should be able to do that again, right? So like if I get better than 89.26, then my grade in the class will be above 90% total, because right now it's like 90.2. So even if I got 89.26, my grade would fall down exactly to 9.9, 90%. So, but yeah, that's an A minus. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get an A, because the best grade I can get is 92%, and an A, I think you need like 93% or 94%. So yeah, that's. Oh yeah, and yay, things.